Junior beekeeper here at Wave Hill. Last week we installed our new packages with our queens and bees, and we're going to check to see how they're doing today, a week later. So in beekeeping, you usually see smoke and smokers. We use smoke to manage the hives. The bees don't like the smoke. It kind of signals to them that their hive may be on fire. They are no longer interested in the beekeeper. They're worried about their home being on fire. It also masks the pheromones. The way they communicate is through scents called pheromones, and the smoke in the air masks their ability to communicate. So it's another way that we can control the hive. We use anything that's combustible, anything that can burn. I love peanuts, so peanut husks go into my smoker. We also use newspaper and wood chips here at Wave Hill. What we're going to do is light the newspaper that's in the smoker on fire. Going to add some of those peanut husks, peanut shells. And then we close it up. There's our smoker. All right, so now I'm just smoking the entrance of the hive, letting the bees know that I'm here. They're not going to attack me. I'm going to open up the lid. We have our feeder, our bucket feeder with sugar syrup, feeding the bees. This is going to come off as well. Our inner cover, and this is where the actual hive begins. Right in here. Going to check to see if we find any eggs. The queen is probably one of the most important bees in here. Without her, there's no hive. We need to make sure that she's doing well and laying. The bees during the height of the season can have as much as 30,000 bees, and one queen is a little hard to find in all of that. So if we can find her eggs, that means that she was alive within the last day. So our hive is opened up, and we're going to pull out one of the frames. In each one of these boxes, there are 10 frames in a row, and this is one of the frames. We're going to look to see if the queen has started laying eggs on this frame. On the outside we have honey, and on the inside is the brood. Brood is our baby bees, and that's where we'll find our eggs. So let me take a look. Oh great, this is a good sign. We've got lots of eggs. The bees look happy. Our queen was here within the day because I see eggs. And so I'm very happy with how this hive is turning out. So here's a frame that came out of the hive. We're just checking to see if the queen is laying. On this top area, we have honey that was placed by the bees. And then in this kind of half circle here, this is the brood area. Brood is the word we use for baby bees. And here in this area, there's cap brood. So those baby bees have been covered over and are preparing to hatch. And around the brood, the cap brood, are larvae. They kind of look like little white shrimp inside, and they get smaller and smaller until they become eggs in this area. So we know that our queen is healthy. She's laying because we see the cap brood, we see larvae, and then we see eggs here. Now that our bees are looking great, we see our eggs. We're going to close the hive up. I'll return this frame to where it came from. I'm going to put our inner cover back on this hive. our sugar syrup goes on. Give them a little food. Supers to protect the sugar syrup. And finally, the lid. So the next steps, we're going to give them a little time to build up their population. As the weather warms, the bees will grow. They'll increase in population. They'll start sending out workers to find flowers and make nectar. And the nectar that they collect from the flowers is what will be honey that we will collect it later in the year. So that's it for now.